Good morning, friends. Happy Wednesday, March 11th, I think. So it is 33 degrees outside. It's almost 10:30 in the morning, and I think we're going to head up to Kalamazoo to take my featherweight up. I know that it's at a fabric store, and I know Jerry wants to stop to Harbor Freight, which is next door to the fabric store. So it's about a 30 to 45 minute drive one way. So I have just been sitting here doing my devotions, and I am having my smoothie, and it has a banana in it, my homemade yogurt, 2% milk, frozen fruit, and frozen spinach, which equals about a cup and a third, something like that. And then I have my second cup of coffee with my creamer. My first cup is always black because I take thyroid medication and I can't have anything until an hour after I take it. So the second one always has the creamer in it. And so this morning I've been knitting on Mr. Jerry's socks, and that is the heel, so I am on the foot part of it going that way. And this is what it's looking like right now. So he says he really likes it. I think he's going to like it because it has that ribbing in it, so it will cinch tighter around his leg. So, so I'm on that. This pattern is a 4-round repeat, and as long as you can read your knitting, which means when you can tell if it's a knit purl or a purl, a knit purl, a knit stitch, or a purl stitch, then you can remember how to do this, because it basically follows the way that it's supposed to be done. And of course the bottom of the foot is just plain stockinette, because nobody wants to be walking on a pattern like that. But anyways, I'm going to let you go so I can finish my breakfast, and so that we can get around to get going, and I will take you along for the day. Talk to you in a bit. Hey friends, so we have stopped to Harbor Freight. As you see Mr. Jerry going into the store. His store was first, and then Quilts Plus is where I'm going to drop off my featherweight. She is named Violet May, after my two grandmas. So yeah, I just wanted to pop on and say that we are almost there, and it's been a beautiful drive, and neither one of us like driving in heavy traffic, and that's about what we're going to be getting into. So, but anyways, we'll see you soon. Friends, happy Wednesday. It is about 4 in the afternoon, and we've been home about an hour. Took my featherweight up to Kalamazoo to have it maintenanced, because I haven't sewn on it probably for about 4 or 5 years, because around the shuttle there was some thread that got tangled up. And Jerry used to know how to do that, and he got out of the habit of maintaining it and stuff, and so he kind of forgot. So we had heard that this person in Kalamazoo is a pretty good guy that does all this, and so we dropped it off. I do miss sewing on her, and I'm thinking mine is like a I'd have to look up the serial number. It's 1950s, I'm thinking. We bought it probably 10 years ago at an estate sale, and it sat for quite some time in that person's parents' home. And I remember we went down to Florida the year that we used to go down to Florida when his folks were down there. And he had like 5 weeks of vacation, and we would take 4 or 5, almost the whole thing, just to stay down with them. And because by the time we got back up in December, his 5 weeks would start all over again. He was at the factory long enough that he got 5 weeks of vacation. But we bought it up here. We didn't know if it ran or not because there was no foot pedal with it, and featherweights are very expensive. And we knew somebody who bought several of them, and they directed us on where to find parts and everything for it. So when we were down in Florida, we looked up, and there was a gentleman, a retired police officer, who did this on the side before he retired. So then it became his full-time job. And in Ocala, and we were down in Zephyr Hills. So we made an appointment. We drove all the way up there, and he worked on it right. I mean, we dropped it off, and then that meant we had to go back. And it was probably 2-hour drive one way. But so we dropped it off, but when we went back, of course, he had all the accessories, and Mr. Jerry let me buy an extension table for it, and we got a 1/4-inch foot for it, an LED light bulb for it, and a new foot pedal, new belt, bobbins, because they're metal, or not bobbin, yeah, what you wind your thread around. And he did a really nice job on this one, and it was really good shape. When I get it back, I will do a video so you can see her. And then when we got home one year for Christmas, he bought me a reproduction carrying case for it that housed everything for it. And when we were up there, they have lots of supplies for him now. And there is a metal thread holder that sticks straight up. And I think that I'm going to get one of those. They do have a walking foot for it. I might get a walking foot for it because, like Jerry says, what would you use a walking foot for? And I says, well, that's for if you're doing, like, you're quilting on anything. And he goes, oh, okay. And for a featherweight part, $40 is not bad for that. So, so we dropped it off. He went to Harbor Freight. We went there, and then we stopped to a Joann's on the way back in Kalamazoo. And it's interesting because our Joann's had all types of thread, like sewing thread, and their Joann's, it was 40% off, and their sewing thread was basically gone. So, but we did pick up a couple of things there, and then we headed home, and we were going to stop to, there's 2 places we like to stop to eat, and both places, because they don't have the help, closes at 2, and it was like 2:30. So we came home and we ate our lunch about 3 o'clock. So we'll see what supper is. But anyways, the gentleman that fixes these or maintains them, they just call him and say that you have a machine in, and he's pretty quick. They said that he likes to come in and he likes to get them done. and he called us at 3:30. Now we've been home about half hour. He called at 3:30. Jerry answered my phone, and the guy talked to him and stuff, and basically it is all set for us to come pick up. He was leaving out of town Friday, so he wanted to hurry and get in there and get it fixed and done because he knew I probably would want it back. But he said the shuttle had threads wrapped around it, which I knew that it had, because once it stops, you don't just keep going because you can break it. And then that's really expensive. So he said he cleaned that all up and he oiled it and all the stuff that you do to it. And he says it runs like a dream. And I said, I know, because I remember. And he said, and it has a beautiful stitch. And I told Jerry, he says, I know. So tomorrow we're going to head back up to go pick her up. I go from being homebound and not getting out to now it will be 3 days, because Friday we're going to go to Charlotte to that succulent plant sale. So, but yeah. But anyway, so when I was at that Quilt Plus, I did pick up a couple of things. Not a lot, but a couple things. I got some more fat quarters for the English paper piecing background that I am doing, because I didn't have enough of the contrasting or the low volume in my stash, because I usually don't keep low volume for some reason like this. I use it up. I got a half yard of this, and the other two are fat quarters, so that's what I got. And then let me flip the phone around and show you everything, because it's going to be easier, because I'm just tired. Made myself a cup of coffee because I needed something. So just a second. All right. So let me show you these again. So I have this fat quarter here. And then I have this fat quarter here. I love anything with words on it. What does it say? Tell the truth, take care of each other, celebrate, give thanks for all your listen, and always do your best. So I like stuff like that. So I think that will make a good background for those flowers. And then this one I got a half a yard because I really did like this. So I got those. As you can tell, I got this big thing right here. This is for a project that I will get to, but not right away. It is cotton blend, 2.5 inch. Maybe you can guess what I'm going to do with this. So I did get this. I did get a tube maker for the jelly roll, because there is a project. And I got this pattern. I have always wanted to do a jelly roll rug. Comment below if you've ever made one or something along that line. So that's what this is for. I have tons of jelly rolls. And this is made to go in between the jelly roll, and then it is sewn. And when you pull it through this, it will fold them all together, and then you can fold your jelly roll in half again and then do your zigzag across. So that's what that is for. But she had this sample made up, and oh my goodness, it was so pretty. But before I do anything like this, I need to watch lots and lots of videos, because it can go from being a flat rug to a bowl. So, and that was all that I got from there. And so then we went to that Joann's, and I wanted to get some applique pins for my flowers, so when I sew them down, and y'all, these are tiny. They are 0.75 inches. So this was 20% off, so I got that. And then this was 30% off. And these are very supposedly good for your wrist and hands. And I got the H size to try. So I did get that at the Joann's. So basically that's all I got. And then in the mail today, I signed up for a quilt club. They send you out every month a block, and it will be embroidery and with all the thread and all the pieces to it. But because I signed up for it, because it's a year long, then they sent a free thank you, and it's for, and the club was called Garden Girls. And so the freebie came today, and the freebie is this berry cushion. Oh my goodness, pin cushion, and it comes with everything that you need. Right here is all the felt and everything. It even comes with that beautiful thread and the buttons and the felt. The only thing I need is to be able to stuff it. But this is what it's going to look like right there. So you have those purple buttons on top. They're already cut out, so I don't have to do it. I just have to sew it together and then do that stitch around it. So I think it was through Stitches with Love is who I'm getting this through. I should be getting that part of it by the end of next week, I hope. Who knows, the mail service has been just kind of wackadoodle lately. So, but anyways, I just wanted to show you that. And just say thanks again, my friends. Yeah, I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Being in a car for most of the time, and there was a lot of people at that Joann's. But it looks like I'm getting my other sewing machine back, and I'll be so glad to sew on her. She's a beautiful machine. My two grandmas, my grandma Kidder, her name was Myrtle, and Myrtle May, and my mom's mom, or my grandma Munn, was Verna Dale. And so I really like the name of my machine as Violet May. And so I took the V from my grandma Munn and May from my grandma Kidder. So I could get both grandmas in, because that was the only grandmas that I had. And Grandma Kidder, I used to go every summer, and we get to stay a whole week alone with Grandma. There was 4 of us kids, but Grandma and Grandpa would take us a week at a time, and the boys dreaded it, but us girls loved it. So and then my grandma, but she died when I was fairly young. She was probably in her 40s, and Grandma Munn lived to be almost 86, something like that. And she was my sweet grandma. So she was around a long time for us. So she was around long enough for our firstborn Isaac before she passed, and she got to witness that and everything and love on them. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go. I am going to enjoy my cup of coffee and see if I put any videos in with this or what I'm going to do, because y'all, I'm tired today. So, and it is in the 50s today. So, but anyways, thanks again, my friends, and thanks for everything. So, till we can chat again.